4, 5, 6. Hello, hi. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. It's the beginning of the day for me. It is the morning. So if it's the morning for you, I hope you have a great day. Right? And if it's not, I hope you had a great day. Okay. Yes, this is going to be, because I don't know, it's fun to talk about haters. This is going to be who's hating on you and why. Okay, it's a new segment called Hangin with Your Hater. And we're gonna go hang with your hater, whoever they are. We're gonna find out why they're hating. I'm gonna interview them. I'm gonna give them the limelight. I'm gonna give them their 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it to them for you. All right, that way, like maybe they'll get over it. I don't know, because who hates on someone unless they're hung up on something? Think about that. Zebra card. I guess who's hating on you and why. I'm going to tell you things that they said. Things like this. I'm curious because no one should really have haters. I tell haters all the time, listen, hate's just another weird form of love. And it's like, why you love me so much? What's wrong with me? Why you love me so much? Okay, the camera card. Okay, this person, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not going to tune into the reading until I get there. I'm just going to do the appropriate shift attack. Okay, I am having the most stupidest day. My air conditioner is battling my heaters. It got cold. Like last week, it was cold. Right? Nicole turned on her heaters in August. I know. Listen, I am that person. If you come down to Florida, I don't even got my AC running. And like, if you're not from Florida, even most of my family members, they couldn't handle this. They won't be able to handle that. No. That's why I grew up in a world where the man controlled the thermostat. And I let him have that. I'm like, this is yours. This is your domain. Okay? I already know you're gonna make it cold and I'm gonna need sweaters. So just take that. You can have that. I ain't battling you about no, I will not battle anyone about the thermostat. Because I just don't care. No. Dare I say thermostat uh thermostat owners, like people that are like real big on that, like I own the thermostat. Those people feel like they're haters. Yeah. Low grade form of hate. They're like, oh, you don't like to be cold? 70, 61 degrees for you, Nicole. Okay. These air conditioners at these units that I clean at, they don't always work. But when they do, wow, 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 wow. It's like, Jesus, what is that? Like, it's a tiny little, how did you do that? You're so tiny. I don't know. My AC's pretty good. I don't know. Right now. So, yeah, I realize I'm like sitting here, I'm getting baked. And it feels good, right? Because the air conditioner is cold. But if I turn the AC off, I get hot. And then I start to smell Cerberus's breathing. Does that make sense? Like, he comes up to me and I can just smell his I can smell his exhale, and it's like, no, this. I came home from work yesterday, and I didn't have the AC on. I come home from work, and it was like walking into his breath. Like I open the door, and it's just like Cerberus has been breathing here stagnantly for hours on end. It just smells like his breath, and I'm like, jeez, uh, whew. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. Who wants to breathe in dog breath? It has a particular smell. Okay. I was watching National Geographics, right? One of their episodes. They have tons of episodes about all sorts of shit, right? But this one was about these people that lived somewhere, and they worship the dog. They they worship the dog so much that they take his poop and they turn it into Mr. Clean, dare I say. They use it to mop their floors. Poop water, dog poop water, holy dog poop water. This is what they use it to cleanse the floor. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I don't know if that's really like, I don't know how accurate that is. I was like, but what it would cause, okay? What it will cause, though, is that, any animal that fears your dog ain't gonna go near there. That's their, like, poop den. Dear Lord. I don't know. And the way they washed it with a stick broom. Obviously, these people didn't have internet. I don't know where you're imagining this to be, but I will correct you. It was somewhere in Eastern Europe, okay? I was like, what's wrong with these Eastern Europeans? I was like, they must be drunk. Some drunk person was like, this has got to be the solution. Let's mop this thing with our dog's poop water. Oh, blew my mind. It was one of those where I was like, this ain't real. This can't be real. No one can dare take this pile of steamy grossness, and I mean, and think that that is somehow going to clean your floor. No, I don't. I just don't know. I be thinking that some of the shit they show me is just straight bullshit. Just to see if we'll believe it. We, as a society, will we buy that shit? And we're like, yeah, sure, we eat it up. We don't care. I listen. I question it. I question everything. That is something to question. It was one of those where they had like the translator. The lady's like, blah, 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 and then the guy's like, she says that the dog is holy, and then washing the floor as a maid or cleaning woman, whatever you want to call me. All right, no, this is not accurate. I don't know who told you that. Come to me, Eastern European woman. Let me tell you, this is bullshit. I used to watch Horrible Histories before they took it off Netflix. I love this show. And they told me that Saxons, they used to do everything with pee. Like, what is wrong? But, and, oh, pee was like their solution. It was the only harsh chemical they could. It was the harshest chemical they could find at the time. This was literally back in like BC times. It was Great Britannia. All right, get cut them some slack. Britannians didn't have much going on. One day the Vikings came and their whole life changed. Now they have a king and they're like, wait, we do that? Yeah. Did you know that? The only reason Britain has kings and lords or whatever is because the Vikings rushed them and they're like, you know what? I'm king of your land now. I'm taking this. And they're like, okay. We use P for everything. We need help over here. Maybe you have better tech over there in Scandinavia. Do you use P? The fuck, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Immigration's a part of our lives. People, like, we don't own the world. We're born somewhere, but that doesn't mean we're not allowed to migrate or something. I don't know. That shit makes me laugh. Horrible histories. It's too silly. The show was hosted by a rat puppet. Oh, I like this though. My ex-husband hated that show. I fucking loved it. I don't know. Why would you hate horrible histories? Because they tell you that people used urine for everything at some point. Who cares? Did you know that like when England was being built, well, not being built, but like around the 1800s, right? They didn't even have toilets in those places. See, they literally set up toilets along the River Thames, like outhouses with holes at the bottom. And people would go in there, they'd pay, and they'd go in there and drop a deuce in the river. And they did this so much that the river was sewage. They were like, "Whoa, no, we've shot the river too much." Like, did y'all not? The problem solving on human beings just a couple hundred years ago blows my fucking mind. All right, I don't need to know about germs to know that that is just gross. It smells gross. The smell is the indicator. You might not know what's in there, but you know it's wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's a warning in itself. The molecules hit your nose. All right? The way the why I'm such a nerd right now. But either way, the way the brain reads smells is through molecules, right? Picture molecules like Tetris pieces. And your nose is like a wall meant to fit all these pieces. So when you smell like the L shape, it knows exactly what it is. It reads that particular shape of molecule and knows exactly what it is. So when you go, oh, It's your body letting you know in advance. Stay away from that. That's biohazard. It's not nice. It ain't nothing nice. Ain't nothing sweet over there. Stay away from it. You know what I mean? So it's like, why ignore that instinct? What's wrong with people? I question humans often. Either way, animals make perfect sense. They do everything so normal. Like they do everything that they're supposed to do. Like they don't ever like humans. I don't know. I don't know what happened to us. Hey, we're the apex. Okay. Oh god. Either way, hello, hi. I'm done ranting about humanity and lack thereof. Okay. But this is all about your hater. Who they are, why they're hating. We're gonna hang with them. Me and you. No, we're gonna hang with them. Hop in my little time machine. We're going to time travel to a moment when they're hating on you, probably. And the nightingale. Okay, so why they're hating on you, I already know. It's because you're free-minded. Do you get what I mean? This is Nightingale is all about like truth telling, genuinely. It even makes me think of Twitter, like the Twitter bird. But overall, that's you basically. Like you will say what's on your mind, you'll share your opinion, and whoever your hater is, they kind of like to, you know what I mean, control the room. They like to control what people say. They like to use, I want to say, like intimidation factor. And I feel like whoever your hater is, they're not an intimidating person. Whoever they are, they're just not intimidating, at least not to you. We don't know who your hater is yet, but you do know them. So if I was to show you them, there they are, this is your hater, you'd probably laugh because you'd be like, that's my hater. I can't even make fun of them back. It would be considered cruelty. Yeah, I mean, one day I had like a little 16-year-old talking shit to me on the internet, and I was like, listen, leave me alone. I said, if I come at you, I said, it'll be considered like child abuse. Like, you understand that? I'm gonna make you cry so fucking hard that you're never gonna leave your mother's basement, little girl. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna end up making you hate yourself forever. Leave me alone, because I'm sure that's wrong. Do you know what I mean? So do not throw stones at the lion, because the lion can like literally rip your head off. So it's like, just leave the lion alone. Whoever this is, they're a pipsqueak. But whoever they are, there's someone that tries to be like a truth teller. They try to like tell you off, tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you what's up. But they're very confrontational about it. And man, do they hate you? Why? I feel like because you're not scared of them. This person does a great job of like yelling at everyone into submission. And if they hang around nothing but cowardly men, they feel big and tough. This is a woman. Old woman. This is like some bitch who like posts pictures of herself when she was younger and prettier. You know what I mean? Maybe like 10 years ago. 10 years pics, 15-year-old pics. Okay, and whoever they're married with is a con man. Okay, the merchant. Okay, merchant in French is just a really bad dude. Do you know what I mean? So a con man, an opportunist, and that's who they're with. And man, she's so jealous of you. I feel like her dude is like in love with you. Her dude's sitting over there staring at you all the time. He's acting like he's casing you, but he's really like masturbating the moment this bitch isn't looking. He's like married to an older woman. She's married to a younger man. The man might be your age, but she's not. All right? She's like, either way. That's what I'm saying. It would be if I was to show you your hater, what are you going to do? You're going to beat up an old lady. You're going to yell at an old lady. You know what I mean? You're going to yell at an elderly person. Like, you kind of just got to be like, okay, you senile bitch. Go back to your little man child that you call a lover and leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go tell her to go back. Oh, the man child. Oh, she sent him to hunt you, to hawk you, to stalk you, to go after you. And this is all he wants. He wants to be put on to you. Yeah, I mean, watch her, pay attention to her, stalk her. Let's hate on her. He's like, sure. He's like, this is like a hate. He doesn't hate on you at all. He looks at you and he's like, oh, I got to hate on her. And he's like, uh, you're stupid. He's like, there, my hate's done for the day. And he just sits there like admiring you and drooling over you. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Whoever he's with is like, she's the hater is his girl. She's hating on you. I feel like because I don't even know. I can't tell if she can tell that he's into you. He does a good job of fooling her. She's an idiot, whoever she is. Okay, the zebra card. Okay, some of it would be like a badass. Okay, so like this woman thinks she's a badass. It's kind of one of those where like she doesn't realize that she's elderly. Like she probably still wears tube tops or something. You get what I'm saying? A Tammy. Oh, you got a Tammy after you. Okay, by the way, the camera card. Reminiscing keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So they've like this person has tried to actually like come at you, like bark at you, and it didn't work. So they're learning from their past mistakes. They'll never forget that they got embarrassed. You might not even know you embarrassed this person, but you embarrassed this bitch so bad that she fucking hates you for life. It's like she said something and she's like, "This is how it goes," I mean, anyone that wants to say otherwise, you gotta step to me. And I feel like you didn't even know about that. You're just like, "That's not even true." And here's the facts, and they're like, "What? How dare you insult me in front of all of my cucks? And yeah, how dare you make me feel like such a fucking idiot? How dare you have facts?" They're like, they like bump their little do boy, and they're like, "Get me some facts. I want to yell at her." They put their mic on mute and they get prep with this guy, and this guy ain't trying to yell at you for shit. This guy like wants to shove that bitch over and tell her to get the fuck off his nuts. And he wants to like run over to you. I'm telling you, one of the main reasons she's hating on you has got to be because her man is in love with you. He doesn't just like you. He don't just admire you. Oh yeah, he likes you. He admires you. He drools over you. He fantasizes over you. He masturbates over you. He fucking dreams about you. He wakes up thinking about you. He goes to bed thinking about you. He calls you her name. He calls her your name by like who like by accident. Who cares? He hopes she didn't hear. She acts like she didn't. You know what I mean? All it is. But he's in love with you too. Do you know what I mean? And this bitch is just like so pissed. Do you know what I mean? This is like one of those bitches who date a guy 10 years younger than them and they're like, "You're my twin flame." Yeah, I'm not a gross bitch. You're my twin flame. You know what I mean? She's a witch. She's a witch. She probably swallows this dude. Karmic relationship, okay? Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. That's what I'm saying. I feel like whoever she's with is a karmic, right? And she like suspects that that's like your love, the love of your life, or something like this. I feel like who the fuck knows? I don't even know who this dude is right now. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm you, I got no feels for this dude. I want to tell him why he's such a cucksucker. I want to tell him to say your name louder next time he's eating her batshit pussy. Next time he opens up the cave and he's got to stick his head in that big fucking or use his fist for her pussy, whatever he's doing to her, I hope he calls her your name every motherfucking fucking pump, dude, and makes her fucking cry. How about that? Yeah, makes her cry while orgasming. Ha, cry sex. Go cry into your pussy, bitch. That's what I want to tell this ugly bitch. Let's go make her cry into her pussy. Hey, that's this you gotta understand. I am channeling them and their energy. I'm all up in this hater's mind, right? I am doing what she's tried to do to you or what she already has like operated on, what she's been trying to do. I am literally attacking her with exactly what she's attacked you with. So anything I'm saying right now is shit that she has said in the past, directly thinking on you. You get what I'm saying? Oh, she's here. Oh, she's here. Oh, come on, come on. Me and Duboy, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna rough her up a bit for speaking out and making me look stupid. And the other dude's sitting around like, "Listen, it's not hard to make you look stupid. You are stupid. All right, it's harder to make you look smart. Let's turn your mic off. Then maybe you're intelligent. You'll look more intelligent if you could turn your mic off." There you go. How about that? Okay, the cross card victory. I feel like a blind victory. A blind victory for this from you. I feel like this hater has came for you so much. And I feel like all you have is suspicion. Like, is it that person? Really? Why? Why? If I'm thinking, like, why? Why? It can't possibly just be because of this dude, right? No, it's not. I feel like this dude gets brought into the scene. Her man falls in love with you after she starts hating on you. So it's like, why does she hate you? What is this premeditative hate coming from? Like, it's almost like, what, do you know this bitch from the past and she's hiding it? That would make sense. What was she, like, a teacher of yours in high school? Let's be honest here. This bitch is an old bat. All right, dating younger men like a gross bitch. Oh, maybe she's dating someone that you knew that you used to know. Okay, so like it's kind of like I don't know. Either way, Six of Wands, the cross card. I feel like you have no idea about this bitch, but this bitch is like, dude, like I don't know. It's like because she can't actually come and be a hater directly to you because she's scared of you. She hates you even more. She sees you as now you're her twin flame, and she, you know what I mean? Like she sees the twin flame relationship as something that's like, you know what I mean? Like a doppelganger twin or something. This bitch wants to be like you so bad. So she's all like, if I, you know, I mean, if I hate on her enough, then maybe people will like me like her or something. And I feel like people don't even necessarily like you. When you got the Nightingale card, people don't really like the Nightingale. I mean, yeah, the Nightingale's pretty. Yay, we like to hear it. Strangers, passerbyers. Oh, sure, yes, we love the Nightingale. But people that know the Nightingale, they are highly frustrated and annoyed and disgruntled with the Nightingale. Nobody really wants to sit around and hear the Nightingale all the damn time, right? So I feel like you see, if I go by this, you're very isolated. You're not dating, you're single, all of this. If you don't fit that criteria, this reading isn't for you and it's just entertainment, right? And I mean, know your situation. If you end up listening to this reading and it ain't really resonating with you, then it's about somebody else, most likely somebody you know. That's usually how you end up here because you're getting tuned into someone else's energy in your life, right? If it's not yours. But overall, this is entertainment value, right? If it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's still entertaining. Either way. So point is, the Coffin card. This bitch wants to bury you. Like she wants to so bad. She wants to confront you. This woman is like hating enough to like wish. She's like wishing you would die, wishing you would never wake up, wishing, wishing you would go away, wishing, and then she can't. It's like she's like one foot out the door, her old ass. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe she should go away. Do you know what I mean? When people are so fucking hateful, I don't care. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, if you have feelings, step aside. All right? Nicole doesn't. Nicole will tell a motherfucker straight up if you hate this person so much and you're wishing for them to disappear, maybe you should do it. You know what I mean? Maybe you should just go in the bathroom and disappear. I don't care to say it. All right? We don't need that type of shit. We don't need people that they only exist to hate. We don't need you to, your only purpose to wake up in the morning is to hate on somebody that you don't even know. Like, we don't need that in our world. I'm sure we can all agree that that type of energy is just not needed. So if you're going to wish it on others, I'm going to just suggest you stop wishing and do it to yourself. Wish it on yourself and put us all out of our misery, you ugly bitch. How about that? Okay, the friend card with the karmic relationship. This person wants to pretend to be your friend. This is like their plan. Your hater has a plan on you. She's going to try to be friendly with you. She's fully fake. I feel like this doesn't work either. You have zero interest in this woman. It's like you already know. With the Nightingale card, you can already tell by her reply or her response or her reaction or her retaliation, whatever it is, her rebuttal, how she handles the shit you say that has nothing to do with her, even the stuff that does have to do with her. Anything, whatever you say, her replies to it let you already know that's a hater. So you know what I mean? You're able to spot a hater. You have spotted this person, but you kind of marked it off because it's kind of like, why? You know what I mean? There is no answer to the why yet because this runs deep as fuck. And that makes no sense because I feel like you don't even know this bitch. You know what I mean? Like you've never met her. You've never like seen her in person. Do you know what I mean? You've only seen those pictures of her back when she was younger. You know what I mean? You don't see what she looks like now. You know what I mean? And, like you don't know this person. Like you'll have someone in mind, but you'll be like, I really don't have enough evidence to support they hate me like that. This person hates you like that, dude. Like on some death shit. Okay? So either way, desire, be certain of where you place your passions. This is like somebody, oh wow. Okay, hear me out. So I think it's you were dating somebody or trying to date somebody, and this person like found out about it. This is like the ex of that person or a side friend of that person. Something. They find out about this guy trying to like date, and then they move in. They slide in on this. They like help this man financially. They move him in. They trap him essentially. He's like stuck living with her. He's her little bitch. You know what I mean? He's got to do everything she says. She beats him if he doesn't, and he lets her because she's a woman. She exploits that he is a good enough man to not hit the woman back. You ask all these dumb men nowadays, and they are so proud to say, I'll knock a woman out if she touches me. It's fair. This man knows that it's not fucking fair. He knows it's not fair. You know what I mean? He feels the unfairness in it that every man feels, and he feels horrible if he commits that. He feels like less of a man. All those other men that sit around boasting how they would make it fair and they would knock her out too, he knows exactly what type of men they are. They're fucking fake. They're not men at all. You know what I mean? But that's who this guy is. So she thinks she's all big and tough because she beats on a man that will never fucking touch her. You know what I mean? He probably shields himself, protects his face or something, doesn't want her to break his nose, but she comes after him, and she thinks this makes her tough. And it's like, no, pick on someone. Come pick on Nicole. That bitch would be scared to pick on me. No, she would be, genuinely. She would be the type to go run off and try to be my friend after. Oh, she trying to be friends like I forgot type of bitch. And that's who this bitch is. She's trying to make it seem like let's be friends. She thinks you think she's her hater. She thinks you're on to her. So now she's going to try to be friendly with you every time she sees you. But she's a secret motherfucking hater. So you've checkmated this hater. Like if this was chess, you put this bitch into corner. All right, and you got her king like this with a knife to his neck. Like, who's really the twin flame now, bitch? I'll kill your man. Yeah. What call that the power play? All right. Oh, he doesn't hit women perfectly. Perfect. I'm gonna go assault that motherfucker and take him from you. You know what I mean? Something like that. This bitch needs a harsh reality check that she ain't this. Okay? She's this. She's just some old gross bitch who sits around literally, I feel like, with multiple men, organizing them and like little bandits of hers. And she's probably like, honestly, she makes me think of like some bitch who can't have children. And she adopts all her children, and all the children that she's adopted, she's like grew them into her little like, you know what I mean? Her little, what would I call those? Banditos. You know what I mean? They keep her safe, but they won't fight a woman. All right, maybe some of them will, but not the main guy. The main guy that she like, I don't know. She knows that guy likes you. She doesn't care about that guy at all. It's almost like I said, she's holding him because she thinks it hurts you. And I feel like you don't even know what that guy looks like. That's what I'm saying. This bitch is in a delusion where she thinks she's like, she's got like, I don't know. She thinks she's the hottest woman. She thinks she's got the coolest, hottest relationship. She thinks she's got the best sex life. This bitch doesn't even have sex because her man masturbates too much to you. He's not in the mood. You get what I mean? But it's because 5 minutes ago he busted one off in 3 minutes thinking about you. So he's not in the mood no more. He's already topped off with somebody far more his you know what I mean, his age. Someone his age. How about that? Ugly bitch. Ugly bitches dating younger men. I'm not talking about people in your age group. No, I'm talking about peers. I'm talking about old nasty bitches. Okay? Trying to swoop in and be mommies for people and find men that need mommies. And then they like, I don't know what they do to them. They try to make them haters against other women. This bitch is a hater, like, of women. Like, she hates herself. If she's a woman, she hates herself. If she's a woman, look at, this is either a trans woman, right? And she fucking hates women, right? Or it's a birth woman, and she still fucking hates women. Like, she hates herself, even if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like she actually wakes up every day wishing she had a dick. You know what I mean? This bitch probably has a bunch of different dildos, and they're all what she wishes was between her legs, not going up in her and enjoying being the woman. No, no, she's wishing she has penis envy. Yeah. I spit on a hoe that has penis envy. How the fuck do you have penis envy? Bitch, you must not have a working womb if you got penis envy. Because let me tell you, the power that comes when you can create a baby, all bitches know they have that power when they have that power. And that power is far bigger than any sperm. Okay? Let's be honest here. When it comes to just reproducing without actually like putting any thought into the what you're creating, like adding this and that and making that, if you're not putting any thought into it and you're just running around trying to have babies with anyone or you're accidentally having babies with people, okay, babies are not hard to have. Okay? You can have them with anybody. Okay? And I feel like if this bitch can't have a baby, maybe her man wants a baby and she can't produce. So she's like, here, I'll buy this baby. I'll buy that baby. I'll buy children. What do you want? You know, I'll buy it all. And then the man's like, I want my own motherfucking baby. I want it to be mine. Do you know what I mean? This is like a dude that like doesn't like kids. So he's fine with dating older women that don't want children. But like if he thinks about wanting children, he don't want no motherfucking children. He's this is that's the most normal. Listen, men don't like to admit this, but I know a lot of men in my life that will admit things to me because they care about me. And I've had far too many men that care about me tell me before I even had children. I've heard it my whole life. No man loves other men's children. They do not. They cannot. They will not. They fake it. I don't give a fuck. Cry your fucking fake tears, motherfucker. Stepdad of the year over there. You do not love those children. Every man I know told me the motherfucking truth. You will never love those children. And this man ain't afraid to admit that. He's like, nah, I don't want no one else's children. You know what I mean? They better be grown. You know what I mean? Or they're just not a part of y'all's relationship if you have them. You know what I mean? Don't bring them into the relationship. They're not interested in hanging out with your kid, taking them out on a picnic, going to the water park with your kid. They're not interested in family days with your kid. They're just not. Nah. They like you. They want you. That's it. And so they don't date single moms really because all single moms are like, love me and my children and take care of me and accept us, accept them. And you know what I mean? And I prioritize. And this guy's like, no, I won't even bother with it because this man's honest. He's honest with himself. He's honest about it all. And I'm pretty sure he's honestly looking at this bitch like, damn, this bitch really hates this girl. If anything, this guy like literally prevents a lot of it, sabotages. He's not it ends up protecting you, like, because you don't got to deal with it. But like, he sabotages this bitch all the time. If anything, he tells her dumb things to say, and she says it. And it's almost like you take it as Jesus. Who told you to say that? Did your man tell you to say that? You know what I mean? Like it's one of those. Like she'll say some fucked up shit to you, and you'll be like, "You didn't create that. Look at you. Look at your pic. You couldn't have thought of that. Who said that? A man. Someone with a penis said that. Not you. You penis envy bitch. That bitch has penis envy. That's why she hits men. Ah." Either way, this bitch like wishes she was a man. She tries to act like she's a man. If she's a woman, she sits there and tries to act like she's the man. You know what I mean? Like she thinks she's an alpha. She thinks alpha means means you got a loud barking voice. No, I'll tell you what alpha is. Alpha is when you motherfucking can't seem to bark at the one bitch you wish you could. That means that bitch is alpha. Who's that bitch? That bitch is that bitch. You're that bitch. You are that bitch. Know that right now. How do you know when you're that bitch? When you have a bitch who thinks she's alpha and can't step to you. There you go. No saboteur needed. This bitch couldn't do it. She brought on this dude to help attack you. And he's like, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna help make her look stupid because he don't like this bitch. He don't like her at all. She like baited him in, trapped him in, hit him in, and no, she's not interested. All right, but either way, she's gonna sit around and try to be your friend. She might already have tried to do it. If you're suspecting it, you're right. The child card. There it is. I told you. Children are a thing here, right? This bitch wishes she could have children. You might have children. She hates you because you have children and she doesn't. This is a bitch that tried to give you like some type of bullshit pep talk. She tried to talk to herself in the mirror, but angle it at you. And you're like, take that shit to your face. Don't say that shit to me. Go say that shit to yourself. That's the embarrassment right there. She tried to give you some advice. She tried to be your friend. You already knew she's a hater. You don't know if she's hating on you, but you know she's hating on people. You could tell she's a motherfucker hater. And then when you reply to her like, save me, I don't, that's okay. Thanks for the advice. But, you know, I mean, more intelligent people have advised me better. So I'm going to have to tell you to take that shit and maybe go say it in your mirror as an affirmation in the day so you don't kill yourself. And I mean, maybe go take that shit to yourself, but leave that shit away from me. I don't need your pep talk. All right? I don't need your bullshit. And that shit made her so motherfucker mad. But did she say anything? What'd she do? She called you a bitch? Wow. Okay. Kindergarten insults. That's some alpha. That's really some alpha and omega and everything in between over here, right? Bullshit. Yeah. This bitch is like, she wishes. This is like the bitch that would be like, if I was 10 years younger. Yeah, right, bitch. You'd have to admit you're 10 years older than you say you are if you do that, you ugly bitch. So she just has to sit there and take it and pretend she acts like she's your age, right? Online or anywhere. She just lies and says she's your age, right? And when it comes down to it, it's very clear she's not because she can't step to you. And all her excuses of why are because she's old and stupid and senile and crazy. And I mean, and jealous as fuck. And I mean, of every girl, not just you, but she's focusing on you. And it's because y'all had some type of very mild, like I said, it was so blindly like, you might get called a bitch often, so you didn't even think twice. You might laugh when people call you a bitch. Like, that's all you got? That's your arsenal? That's your bullet? You called me a bitch? Bitch, please. And I mean, my motherfucking kid will call me a bitch at times. Like, that shit ain't an insult. Ah! Get off my toilet paper. Oh, it's not meant. Okay, I thought he was just I thought he was destroying my toilet paper. No, it's an Amazon package. Either way, that's what I'm saying. That was the victory in itself. I feel like everyone around you knows of this bitch. And everyone around you couldn't believe that she cowered to you. That all she had was bitch. They've heard this bitch, whoever she is, they've heard her go off on women all the time, like literally like wail down on them. Right? And now here you are. You actually gave the genuine excuse directly to her. You told her to stuff it. Shut the fuck up and stuff that bullshit back down your throat. Go take that shit to your man. Go take that shit to your adopted kids. Go take that shit to the mirror, but do not take that shit to me. That is some bullshit. All right? Get your bullshit out of here, lady. And all she had back for that was to call you a bitch. Okay? So, yeah. Alpha, I think not. Omega in their dreams. Okay, whatever comes in between, yeah, she's an asshole. She's just a fucking a doo-doo dispenser. All right. Either way, the cross card again. You meet this bitch again. You run into this bitch again. Okay, and like all I keep thinking is the why, the why, the why, the why, and all it is literally woman jealousy. This is that woman that'll fight for trans women because she feels like she's one, because she can't have children. You know how everyone's like, what? If she's not a woman, if she can't have children? And it's like, yeah, no, she's kind of not. I'm so sorry to break y'all's feelings and hearts, but it's in the word womb, woman. All right. So if this bitch doesn't have an active womb, then she's not really a woman. All right. But we can call her that because she's a female and she's matured and old. Right. So she's a woman by that classification. Right. But she knows she's not a real woman. She knows it her whole life and she feels like it. And she's mad at God about it because everyone knows when you're barren, it's God. Everyone knows when you go barren, it's because God said no. And she's so mad. So she plays God and she goes and buys children. And then you see what she does with them. She turns them into bandits. You know what I mean? So there's a who either way. My point is that she hates you because if you can have kids, that means God likes you and God doesn't like her. So she hates all women. This is somebody that ruins women. You know what I mean? Like she tries to. She tries to talk shit about women and everything. And I feel like you're somebody who stands up for women, or at least yourself, and you're a woman. Do you know what I mean? The fuck? All in all, though, it has to do with children. Not necessarily your children, like this woman's hating on your children or anything like this. I feel like if you have any, if you have girls, oh yeah, she probably wishes she could kidnap them. She probably has a son that she raised just to do it. You know what I mean? She probably even tries to send him over there. Maybe you live in some, you might not live near this person, so she can't actually come for you. This is another reason why she fucking loathes you, hates you, because you're like untouchable. And like the one person she can send to go after you won't do it. If he does, she's afraid to send him. She sends him, she's afraid he ain't never coming back. You know what I mean? He about to run away and never come back. Ash on that bitch. Literally, she's worried if he sends you, go do this, like to kill you straight up. She sends him to take you out. He might not. He might just curl up in bed with you and like have sex and like never leave your bedroom. You know what I mean? Like and just live with you forever. Like hide me from her and you know what I mean? Help me get a new life or something. So she'll never send the one that can actually pull it off. She can't send him because she's scared. She's scared of you. That's not an alpha. That's not nothing. This bitch is like I said, this bitch is a chicken pretending to be a wolf. Bitch. The chicken pretending to be the wolf. You know what the wolf does to the motherfucker chicken? Get real. They kill you for fun. They grab you by the neck and they shake you and they break it. And then they're like, you're already dead? I wasn't hungry yet. But I mean, I guess I eat. You know, let me take my insulin and eat this chicken. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. This bitch has done a really good job at surrounding herself around a bunch of people that will cower to her. Mostly men. And she thinks that this makes her the man. Like, she's got an obsession with being the man, genuinely. You know what I mean? She tries to, she's like I said, she's got a lot of strap-ons and things like this. She sits there and maybe like pretends she has a penis and strokes it. All sorts of weird shit. Like, but as an old woman, can you imagine? But she's done it her whole life. This is her, right? But now she's like this older woman, like 50 plus or whatever, and she's still doing weird shit like that. Either way, grounding, the beginning is where you need to be. Okay? So let's start at the beginning. Okay? It's making me think of that song Time After Time with Cyndi Lauper. Okay? So whoever she's with, this merchant card, all right? He's not her main squeeze, but he's became her main squeeze, her main man or whatever. And it's because she can see that he likes you. So now he's her main man, her main tool to fuck with you. And I feel like it doesn't work because I feel like you don't even, you see this guy, like I said in the very beginning, you're like, you make this guy, you don't even necessarily know that he's in operations with this bitch, but he's a bad dude. You know what I mean? You could tell he's a bad dude. You know what I mean? He's a bad dude. He might not be a bad dude. You don't know if he's a bad dude to you, but you could tell he's a bad dude. He does bad dude things. You know what I mean? The camera card. You know what I mean? He might be able to stalk, spy, investigate people, all sorts of things. You're this ship in the background, basically. You're sailing off. This man's like wishing he was on that fucking boat. He's like, fuck. That boat's taking off without me and I'm stuck here. But he sees it as it's a good thing. He's stuck there to like watch your hater. But he watches you and your hater has him watching you like a motherfucking hawk. They want it. She wants to know how she could get to you. She's trying to use him to like figure out how to come after you. Like, listen, bitch, you're nobody's nemesis. If you need to get a partner to come after your nemesis, then you ain't the nemesis. You know what I mean? That you ain't the enemy. You ain't the hero. You ain't nothing. Like, you know what I mean? If this was about good and bad, right? Let's just put a picture on it. Good versus bad. This bitch ain't bad. And this bitch definitely ain't good. She knows she ain't good. So this bitch is like trying to be your nemesis. The bad to your good. Your villain. But she has to sit there and ask other people how to do it. So you're not the villain here. You're just an angry, disgruntled woman. All right? Who like is nasty as fuck. You don't deserve kids. That's why you couldn't have them. You know what I mean? And you need to just get over it. I'm sorry. Go look at your dad. Go look at your mom and go hate them. All right? Go hate who created you. Go hate the people that made the mistake that is you. You get what I mean? Keep it away from other people. You wish death on people? No. Go take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Go end yourself. Don't end other people. You know, it's just that simple. I'll say it. I would say it to her face, dude. Said it to all my neighbors' faces too. They come at me, they're like, I'm gonna kill your dog. I'm like, no. I said, go kill yourself. How about that? Right? The bitch in the corner who's like, he tried to eat my dog. He tried to kill my dog. He did not. My dog did not try to kill her dog. Her neighbor's dog tries to kill her dog, not me. But she projected that onto me. And I was like, it's a shame. It's a shame he didn't. Genuinely. I was like, you wouldn't be a problem to me if he had. Okay? Be happy. Go into your house, hug your dog, and be happy that he's alive. Okay? Cherish his life and hope you never encounter me again. Because know that I see it as if you hate me that much, maybe you should go. You know what I mean? Because whoever you are, you're not sitting around hating on nobody. You're the zebra card. You're a rock star. All right? Your rock stars don't got time for shit but rock starring. All right? You roll out of bed, you roll into bed. You're cool. You're a cool person. You're considered cool. All right? And if we were all horses right now, you're the one with the natural born mohawk. You're the coolest horse ever. No one knows. Are you white with black stripes? Are you black with white stripes? All right. They're like, listen, come check my tummy. Let's look at my tummy. And I mean, the tummy will tell you what color that horse is because the tummy doesn't have the stripes. But overall, point is that you're cool. You know what I mean? And this person wishes they could be cool like you. So all they want you to do is just like go away because you like make them feel so fucking shitty. I don't know. You make them feel like such crap. You make them feel like less of a woman. You make them feel old like they are. You make them face reality. They like sit around and delude themselves that they're you. You know what I mean? Or like you know what I mean? Like your energy. Like they're like you. And it's like men only talk to this woman because she's around. Men only respect this woman because she'll attack them if they don't. They don't actually like this woman. I don't care how many fucking people she's groomed. They don't like her. You know what I mean? So with grounding, I feel like this bitch isn't in your energy. You're so grounded that she can't even get to you. She can't even fuck with your mood, like at all. After that happens, I feel like everyone moves on but her. She like has to like leave the scene. She can't handle herself when she tries to like pretend to be your friend and you tell her to spare you. You know, I'm spare me that bullshit. She is still thinking on that. Like she wakes up every day hoping she could run into you again, but she never will. She never will. The cross card. You came into this bitch. You blew into this hoe's life. Okay, with the whip card, I feel like dare I say to for someone she knows, someone that she's abusive to, you blew into her life. I feel like to find that person. I feel like to reunite with that person, to connect with that person. And I feel like to maybe help that person. Not like you help them break up with her or get away from her, divorce her or move out from her, whatever. It does that. But it's to help that person like wake up to the abuse that they're under by this person. And they could never see it because the person they abuse, the guy that's interested in you, her man, I will call him her man, but it's like she has multiple men. This is like a bitch that does group sex. It's like, is that really your man? Like, is that really your man, or is that just like the one you pick for that hole? They sound like insults, but they're actual questions. That's the nightingale. Okay, a truthful question asked that can be taken very insultingly because it's kind of like I don't know how to explain that, but it's a general question. It's a legit question. Are you insulted? You should be because you're a disgusting bitch. Am I making you realize how disgusting you are by pointing that out? That's your man? No, that's just the man you like for that hole. That's your other man, and that's the man you like for that hole. And that's your other man. That's the one you like for your right hand. You know what I mean? Like this bitch is just a. Ugh. So, anyways, She has no real man, and whoever it is that she's trying to act like is her man, it's not her man. That motherfucker just claims her any day of the week. I feel like you've talked to this man before, maybe, and he's like, "I'm single," and she's sitting right there like, "You're not single," and he's like, "Yeah, I am." As I'm saying, there's zero respect to this woman unless she's beating somebody, and whoever she's beating on, he don't like to be beat on. He didn't realize she was being abusive, right? He saw it as whenever he saw her go after another woman, talk shit to her, he didn't even think twice about it. He thinks it's justified. He doesn't even care about her drama. As I say, if anything, he's embarrassed about this woman. And basically, but then she does it to you, and he's like, no, 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 no. That's a nightingale. He likes you. He meets you, and you know what I mean. Like I said, you blew into this bitch's life just to meet her man, just to wake her man up, and then you blow right back out. You don't stick around. That ain't necessarily meant to be your man, but this is like a peer of yours, a friend of yours, someone that you care about. Like if you got to know that man, you would care about him, like as a friend. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you wouldn't want to date him, but it doesn't mean that's the only reason you cared. You know what I mean? There's something deeper than that with this man. So it's like it's almost like destiny. You blow into this person's life. This bitch thinks it's all about her. No, it has nothing to do with her. You blew into her life just to talk to him through her and then leave. And now he can basically he takes what meeting you and witnessing what she's doing to you and what she's doing behind the scenes and what she's telling him to do to you and all this stuff. It's making him see like, damn, this bitch cares about nothing but attacking innocent women. You know what I mean? And this is a man who ends up with this type of bitch because he was adopted by her, or he just ended up like getting taken in by her or something. He got put up in this bitch's trap somehow. And it's just for survival. It's just to survive. You get what I mean? And this man wanted nothing in his whole life but a good woman. You know what I mean? If he had a mother, like if he wasn't adopted, she was probably a shitty mom or a really great mom. This was like, she set the bar so high for this guy to find a woman that it's impossible. So he ends up with a trash bag like this, a survival situation. Or his mother was absentee or so shitty, she set the bar so low that this man developed his own ideal of a perfect good woman. You know what I mean? And it's a very high bar to reach. You know what I mean? He made it impossible to fill. So he's with a trash bag. You know what I mean? He sees all women as basically are just another version of this bitch. So why switch off? Why move? Why break up with her? Why do anything? You know what I mean? At least this bitch pays for everything, feeds him, pays his rent, buys him new cars, all sorts of shit, right? So why break it off with that bitch to just move on to another bitch, right? That's gonna end up being the same way, abusive, beating. Like this man thinks that all women come like this, except for good women, and he thinks there's no more good women. And then he meets you, and he's like, "Wow, this is a good woman." You know what I mean? He's not even trying to date you because he's a good man in the end. He's just looking at you like, wow, man, if I wasn't busy with this bullshit, man, I would try to date that. That's actually a good woman. That's a good woman. For once, they see a good woman. And then this bitch does nothing but full fucking the most hate he's ever seen. And he's like, this woman is just here to ruin women, tear them down because they're not her. You know what I mean? Because they're jealous from something. Even this man doesn't get it. He suspects maybe it's womb envy. This bitch is so mad she can't have babies. She wants to be a man and outman the men and beat men up. And then any woman she meets that can have babies, which is like a lot of women, all right? She hates them all, jealous of them instantly, just because they they make her feel less than a woman. Do you get what I mean? We speak English. All right, go look the word up. Go get your dictionary and go type in the word run. Go type that into your Webster. Right? Do you know how many definitions you're gonna get? There's like over 300 definitions for the word run because in English, this is what most foreigners tell me that like they learn English as their second language or whatever. They all tell me the English is the hardest, not because of speaking, but because you have so many words that mean so many, like the same word will mean 10 different things. They're like, and that's just fucking hard for people to learn because that makes no sense. Woman is one of those words. Okay. This woman wants to be a woman. She wants to have an active working womb. She knows the power in it. She's a witch. This is like a woman that would eat a womb to have power. That might be why she lost her womb. She might have traded it in for power, for some type of magic. I don't know. This woman does witchcraft, like genuinely. Like she sits around like fucking lighting candles, masturbating, fucking drinking cum, fucking doing sex orgies and group sex, and you know what I mean. She does all this stuff, and she's a modern day witch, we'll say. All right, but like the that basically she's a woman by definition, but not a woman by that definition. She's a woman by this definition, but not a woman by that definition. She qualifies as a trans woman, like energetically, but it's because she basically just has a hole. You know what I mean? It's a hole. You know what that hole is for? When there's no womb, it's just for sex. So she's just a whore. You know what I mean? She's just made for whoring. She's just a hole. You get me? Men fuck her and they know it's just a hole. They know that there's no life there. They know there's no creation to be had with this bitch. And she knows that. She feels the lack and she hates any woman that has creative powers. And you know what I mean? They have the womb, the powers to create. And this bitch hates anyone that doesn't. And she just decides to take you as the target. You know what I mean? The main target, because I feel like of all the bitches she fucks with and tries to ruin their reputations, ruin their credibility, ruin anything, their opinion, even tear down their opinion. You know what I mean? They try so hard to do this to you, but they can't. They just can't, because whatever it is you're doing is accurate. The nightingale, the truth. You know what I mean? And this bitch literally just triggers her. You step to her basically, and you step over her. Like you weren't stepping to her. You were just kind of like, you get what I mean? You're not stepping to this woman. You're just doing you, the nightingale. You're telling this woman the truth. Do not sit around and preach to me and pretend to be my friend. Just don't do it. And because this woman is such a nasty, dumb bitch, she takes that as now we're enemies. And it's like, no, that means now you go off and go snuggle the merchant. Go snuggle Mr. Merchant over there. Go have your prize. And I mean, go have your man. Go have your shit. But keep your fake friendship to yourself. Stay away. You know what I mean? And this bitch can't handle that. She don't really want that dude. She thought you wanted him, so she was trying to like dangle him. She don't fucking want him. He knows she don't want him. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch thinks you know, like, okay, this bitch is like thinking you know that she's with like a guy you want to be with or date, like you're interested. You showed interest to a single guy who's not really single, and she thinks now you're into him and like desperately. So now she wants to dangle it. She thinks you know he's not single. She thinks she's sitting around lying with a guy, right? And she's so like guilty over it. She thinks you know. She thinks you know that that guy's not single and that he's with her. So whenever she's like, "Oh, I sit around and we have the best sex," she's saying that to try to hurt your feelings, like, but you don't know that she's with the guy you were talking with. You think that guy is single. That guy never once ever indicated he wasn't. Do you get what I mean? Because he doesn't want you to think he's with that bitch, because he's not. She's only trying to like make it seem like it. This is the bitch that gets no dick, none, none, none. The only dick she gets is that quartz crystal dildo that she shoves up her ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she does not have any type of love sex or anything like this unless it's a sex ritual. You know what I mean? So it's like, but she's gonna sit there and act like she's sitting around having. She acts like she has like some type of twin flame relationship with whatever dude she's with. Oh, it's such love. Oh, it's so great. Oh, I was in an abusive relationship before, and then a year later, I met my twin flame, and now we have the best sex ever. They don't even talk. She's got like 5 twin flames, and they're all like kids that she raised to be her twin flames. All right, that's disgusting. And one of these dudes is one you're kind of interested in. But like I said, you're interested in them on a whole different level than this bitch is able to even imagine. And you just want to talk to this guy. You want to help him. You want to be friends with him. Things like this. You probably do like him. You probably would date him, but you're not trying to. And I feel like your reasons for wanting to talk to that guy, I feel like you don't even understand why you don't care. You don't know why you're interested to talk to him. You don't know why you want to be friends with that guy. You don't know why. You just follow it. And I feel like, and you might not even be talking to that guy no more. Whatever friendship was brewing between y'all, The Coffin Card, I feel like that's just dead and gone. I feel like not necessarily because you can't be friends with this person, but because it's kind of like if you don't know why you care to be friends with someone, why are you going to keep trying to be friends with them? Unless you come up with something that you want to actually say to them genuinely, well, why force a friendship? So that's what I'm saying. Like you tried to be friends with somebody and it triggered all those. And but that's the thing though. I feel like it all happened and it was like all meant to happen and close. It's closed. It's already happened and it's already closed. And you found your soulmate. That guy is a soulmate of yours. Okay? That person, birds of a feather flock together. Like with this card here, the Seven of Pentacles, the birds card. This is all about gossip and stuff. You and this type of guy, like you guys are the same type of bird flock. You know what I mean? You might have telepathy with this man. But overall, this is somebody you care about. So I feel like you're helping them. They needed help with something. I feel like it might be about this bitch, but it might not be. It might be about something else completely, but you're the only friend this person has that can help them with that. So you figured out a way to connect with this guy and talk with him. And if you have telepathic connections, you don't need to talk to this man at all. You don't even need to be on their friends list. You don't even need to be friendly with them at all. You don't need to be in direct connection with them. Your connection with this guy was telepathically already happening before you even met him or her. You gravitated and found them like energetically because of this man's telepathic communications to you. Y'all found each other to, you know what I mean? And basically to strengthen the telepathic bond. Why you guys have a telepathic bond, that I don't know, other than the birds card. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I mean? So like, and with the nightingale. So it's like you guys are like, I would say we can call it soulmates, but there's some type of bond between the two of you. So basically, you guys end up finding each other simply because of this bond. And this bitch is in the way. You know what I mean? But this guy has no idea this bitch is in the way until you show up. And you only show up because this man needs you. He needs your advice. He needs the nightingale. He needs someone to tell him the truth about things, certain things that he doesn't necessarily, he needs confirmation on. And I feel like, and you're just willing to do it. It's kind of like a big sister vibe. Like you'll help this guy. And it's not for sexual reasons. It's not for personal gain. It's like you care about this person. So it's like you want to help this person. You'd be more than willing to sit there and nightingale this man. Like this guy's got questions. I feel like they're not about you. They're about other things. And he feels like you're his best shot at getting genuine answers out of. And this bitch gets right in the way of that. And this guy sees that. This guy knows it. And this guy's like, damn, that's my soulmate. And this bitch did nothing but get in the way and ruin it and chase them away and try to fight them and try wish death on them and talk so nasty about them. And for what reasons? This guy can't figure it out. And I can sit there and say, oh, she's jealous of you. Yeah, that happens afterwards. This bitch has such, like I said, premeditated hate towards you. It's like she's been waiting for this guy's soulmate to come around. You know what I mean? She's been trying to fit the mold of what this guy's soulmate is. And she can't. She copies him. She tries to be like him. And she thinks this is her way of being his soulmate. Because like minds will think alike. So you will be similar to your soulmate, right? If this is twin flame. I don't even think of twin flames like that. But this woman thinks on twin flames. So she says you guys are supposed to be like twins. So her way of twinning is by copying her man. Instead of just being herself and having it be naturally you guys are alike. You know what I mean? She doesn't understand the concept of like minds think alike. Great minds think alike or anything like this, or birds of a feather flock together. This bitch doesn't understand any of that. She thinks you have to copy your man and then you're his twin. Do you get what I mean? So basically, this bitch does nothing but get in the way of this guy connecting with you, who is his soulmate. Okay? I would suggest probably for lovering, but I don't know. All I have to suggest is that it's friendship. So friends with this guy. This guy might want to have a baby with you. You get what I mean? Like this guy might have triggered and he wants a child, but he won't have a child with anyone who isn't a good woman. He meets you, you're a good woman, and now he's like, fuck. And this bitch ruined it. And he's like, I'm not even with her. She did all that just for show. You know what I mean? And all it did was remove you from the situation. And this guy's like, all I've been doing is calling that person in, like crying almost even. Like this guy might cry himself to sleep or something at times. He cries at times. You know what I mean? And you hear it, the nightingale. You're connected with this guy before any of this. So you're still connected with them after all of this. So basically, you meeting this guy, becoming friends with him, you might even actually be friends on a platform somehow. You could talk with him. You are in a friendship with this person. You can speak with them, things like that. But you don't because it's like you don't know. Like I said, you sniff bad dude energy off of him. So it's like you're not like not his friend, but you're definitely not pushing for a friendship because you don't really understand or see why, right? So seeing that actual in reality, you guys are friends. This person's on your friends list somewhere, something they're in your phone, you have their phone number, they're, you know what I mean, they have a contact in your phone, like you've created a actual direct reality link to this person, and all that does is just fuel the imagination to help you see that like you guys are connected. You don't need it. You know what I mean? Like you guys could stop being friends, you guys could block each other. It doesn't change the mental connection you have with this person. So, and I feel like, and that makes this woman jealous because she has no mental connection with anyone unless she swallows them. You get, I mean, she gets connected with a dude after she consumes his biofluids, you know, and then now she's that dude for 3 to 5 business days. Okay, if she, so I make fun of women like that because, like, are they robots? Women that have to swallow for a personality, are they robots? I think they're robots. Okay, either way, grounding, the beginning is where you need to be. So after everything is said and done, this is a situation you've walked away from. You've left with a motherfucking hater up your ass so far because you ruined everything she was doing. I don't know. You exposed her to be nothing but bullshit. And everyone kind of already knew that. You just were the one to say it. You get what I mean? Like this woman's, no one breaks her reality. Everyone was just like, okay, yeah, yeah, you're cool. You're the shit. Oh, yeah, you're going to motivate speakers? Okay. Oh, you're going to say the same thing you said the other day. You're just going to repeat. Okay. Yeah, nobody cares to say anything to her. No, if they're a stranger, they don't step to her because it's like, who cares? They don't know that bitch for 2 seconds. They don't know how many times she said that speech to somebody, right? But it's like the people around her do. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone already knew this bitch was just some bullshit, fake ass wannabe witch bitch, right? But no one cares to say anything to her. And the ones that kind of do care to, they've learned their lesson not to because she's abusive and she'll beat them and hurt them. She'll make them draw blood and everything. Like she's very, very cruel. Okay, and it's only because they won't fight her back. They won't do that. And it's like this kind of like I would remove myself from that situation. I would walk out on that bitch. You know what I mean? Because you can't fight her back. If you're with an abusive woman who physically fights you, no, no. The most I would say you can do is kind of like if she's all over you, you shove her off. If she gets hurt during the shove, that's her own negligence. She shouldn't have been. But like you get her off of you and you get away from her. She's not a man. You don't need to manhandle her. You don't need to bear hug her. You don't need to calm her down. You don't need to do, they are not your fucking responsibility. And that's the illusion there. They try to make it seem like it's your job to handle that when they act like that. And it's not. And the only way men know how to handle that, most men, is to knock it out, disable it, fucking take care of it. And that's what she's asking for. That's what she's wanting. She's trying to turn these men into abusive men. She's trying to make them into bad men. Do you get what I mean? She's trying to break them. So the moment they hit her back, that man is ruined. She ruins good men too. She sits, but you can't ruin a good man. That's what she don't know. A good man isn't. A lot of men pretend to be a good man, and a lot of men hide it. And they're very fucking good at being a good man, right? But when push comes to shove, that's when you see their integrity and what type of man they truly are, like in their fucking heart. And I feel like, and a lot of men just aren't good men.
And it's like this guy here, I'm sitting here telling him he's bad dude, bad dude, bad dude, bad dude. But when push comes to shove, he's not. He's a very good dude. Okay, good dude. He will never do anything like this. But he's just put in some bad situations right now because he'll do bad things. But there's certain key bad things that he will not do that define this man as a good man. I don't care how many bad things he's ever done, because good and bad is subjective. When it comes down to genuinely like right and wrong, this man won't make the wrong decision like that. But that's this woman's goal. She's trying so hard to push him and to make him a wife beater or something like this. And he's not going to do it. He just won't do it. So you can't make a good man bad. It's impossible. The more mature and the more a man grows up, the more he becomes into who he is. He's either going to be a bad man or a good man at the end of that journey. You know what I mean? And he's tested the whole time with certain things. And he's been tested many times with these types of things, not by God himself. And he's passed. He passed every test. So that's what I'm saying. This guy has to like do a walkout on this woman and never talk to her again in order not to get hit by her. But I feel like the eggshells are a thing. He knows how not to get hit by this woman. But he didn't even realize that she was this terrible until like he met like a woman that doesn't do that. Every woman he's ever met did. Like I said, he's never seen the point in ever like breaking up with her and being with anyone else because all women are the same. And this, like I said, this woman provides a cush life for any of the dudes that want to like be her henchmen, so to speak. You know what I mean? And do bad things for her. Go rob this girl. Go rape that girl. Go date that girl for a week and then break up with her. Go date that girl for a week and date that girl for a week and then have them run into each other and you know, like anything to hurt women. She uses men to do it. Even as far as having them get sexually attacked by the men and everything. She organizes it. You know what I mean? She's a nasty bitch. And I'll go right back to the beginning of this. It's like if she's going to wish death on you, Nicole's going to let her know, no, maybe you should be the one to die. All right? My person here talking, the person I'm talking, you know, the person you're hating on, they don't deserve that. Maybe you do. You know, stop pushing your shit onto other people. Keep your nasty shit to yourself. Simple as that. You want death? You like death so much? You're so deathly, you're so murderous, go murder yourself. You know what I mean? Go run into the wall and never wake up. You know what I mean? Go take a short walk, take a long walk off a short pier. You know what I mean? There's many ways to say it. Go handle yourself. It's no one's responsibility. And if you dare try to make it anyone's, go to your parents. Because they are the ones that created you. So they should be the ones to deal with you. You're their liability. You're their responsibility, even if you're elderly. Oh, are they past? Then, like I said, go to God. You know what I mean? But don't take that shit to anybody else. It's just that simple. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. Who's your hater? This dumb bitch. Why is she hating? I feel like because she's just a fucking hater. She hates everyone. She hates everyone. But you are like everything she wishes to meet to hate on. Do you know what I mean? Like you're her prime hate choice. Your desire. No, she desires you. She wants you because she thinks you're his. She thinks you're someone's soulmate, and she wants to ruin that or whatever. And she doesn't realize the depths of that. If you came in by chance from destiny, by God, whatever, the cross card, who knows? You blew into this life, caused this much disturbance, and you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? This bitch has no control over that. That's God. That's a godsend. You know what I mean? Can't fuck with that. And this bitch is gonna learn that. Now, do I sit around and really wish this woman to be dead? You know what I mean? But it's kind of like, let me reflect that back on you. Let me show you the severity of the shit you say. If someone says it back to you, oh my God, how dare you? Yeah, no, how dare you? Because I'm only saying it back. You know what I mean? He who's without sin cast the first stone. Because they're stupid and they don't realize how sinful they are. Alright? Do you expect stupid people to see what the sins they do? No, you gotta tell them. No, you can't do that. That's wrong. And if they fight with you on it, it's because they're an evil person. They don't want to be elevated. They're evil. So either way, this bitch is just walking around being nasty and evil, and she has very limited reach. Right? Her only reach is her gang, her dudes. You know what I mean? Or even her one dude. And like I said, that one dude is like, ain't doing none of that. He ain't doing it to you. If anything, that motherfucker's scared of you. That motherfucker's scared that if he goes over there to try to attack you or something like that, you're gonna take him out, or you're gonna put him in jail. You're gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, he sees nothing but disaster going for you. And this guy can feel it. You know what I mean? And he has telepathic connections with you, so he knows it even. He doesn't know he knows it, but he knows it. And this woman does too. So she's trying to have it happen so that she could, like, have something happen to that dude. She don't like that dude either. She thinks if that guy goes to jail, she thinks this guy's the love of your life. So if that guy goes to jail, she wins. You don't get to be with him or something like that. And it's like, I don't think you guys are even trying to be together. You guys are honestly just some type of friendship. And it's like, just because, you know what I mean? Anyone that's friends can be lovers. Okay? But not everyone that's lovers can be friends. So it's like, this person's friends with you. So it's like, yeah, whether y'all can love her on each other or not, or whether y'all want to or not, is irrelevant. It's not about that. It's about advising this guy and helping him, like, with something that I feel like doesn't even have to do with her. It has something to do with something else completely, but she's incorporated in all of that because she just sits around trying to block him from ever getting that advice, and you're the one to deliver it to him. But I feel like she thinks blocking you in reality from this guy and not letting you have a conversation with him is going to prevent you from being able to give him whatever information he's looking for. But she doesn't realize that the whole purpose of this was to prove that you guys have the telepathy. So you swoop in and you're like, tweet, 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 and he's like, tweet, tweet, and you're like, oh, tweet, tweet, and they're like, squawk, squawk, and you're like, no, no, goodbye, tweet, 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 and then this guy's like, tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay, I know who the tweeter is in my mind. Like, I get it now. You know what I mean? So you're just there to expose what you are and who you are to this person, so that they can have more confidence in their telepathy and the advice that they're giving themselves mentally. You know what I mean? It helps them figure that out. It ain't even actually to be friends with this guy in reality. It ain't even to have a conversation with him, word for word or face to face. It's just to, I want to say, expose who you are to him. You know, expose your energy to him so that he sees, oh my God, that's okay. And then now, like, something with whatever he needs advice on, he's getting advice on it. And this is all that woman ever wanted to prevent. So it's probably about his own personal growth, and it has nothing to do with dating you. But maybe his personal growth leads to dating you. There's something like that. Like this, like I said, with a friendship, there's no time span on the dating. When you're friends with somebody and you like them and you care about them, y'all could start dating anytime. You know what I mean? And it could get on pause at any time because it's like y'all are friends. You can do that. This is something that woman will never ever get to experience because she's not friends with any of the men or women she's with or around. She's barked them all into submission, and none of them really care to tear her down. They're not mean people. It's like a mean, nasty bitch surrounds herself with a bunch of empaths. They're gonna sit around and just be empathetic about it, like, oh, just let her be. Oh, she must be on her period today. Oh, look at her go. Yay, yay, good job. Yeah, you really told that girl off. Yay, pat you on the back. Now you can go away maybe. You know what I mean? Like, that's how everyone treats her. Like, they treat her like a mental case. So I feel like if you're worried about her talking shit about you, don't. Anything she says, everyone's all like, okay, she's on some shit today. Oh, they all know she hates you. They all know she's a hater. Right? All these men know she's just a woman hater, a penis envy. You know, they all know it. Men know it. Men know things like this, okay? They feel it right away, and they let her have that because a lot of them are just manly enough to not care. It's just that simple. They'll be like, oh, I mean, how much harm could it really do? They just don't care. And then the ones that do care, like I said, they don't say nothing necessarily because they don't want to get beat. Those are like people like actually in her life, in her reality, not just people she knows at a distance or something like that, or like her friend's husband or any of that. No. And I was like, all those people are spared the abuse like that, but they got to deal with all the verbal abuse that this bitch brings. So she sits around and hates on you specifically now because of who you are to someone that she knows. And basically that person can see all of that. They understand all that. They see all that. They see that this person hates on you to such an extreme that like, you gotta be important to them. Because y'all aren't even sitting around acting that important to each other. But you're super fucking important to this bitch. And this bitch's job is all to sabotage this man. Keep him down. things like this. And like I said, keep him away from love. She thinks you're here to romance him, so she's after you for that. And he's like, no, they're not here to. They're not even really romancing me. But you see how she reacted over it. You know what I mean? So it's giving this man a lot of information that he desperately desired and needed for something. I don't know. But either way, I feel like you don't even care either way because you're just his friend. You'd be willing to give him any advice he needs. If I told you you helped him naturally without even realizing it, you'd probably be like, oh, that's good. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even need to know what it was. It's like, he kind of wants his privacy with it. And it's like, I feel like you can respect it. I'm going to respect it. But either way, I hope you have a great day. And I feel like this woman will probably eventually get over it, but it only once something happens between him and that other guy, her and that other guy, him and her. Once some progress needs to be made with them, like I don't know, something happens with them, he removes her from his life, and I feel like, and then this bitch goes into super angry hate mode. But I mean, what can she really do? After that, it fizzles up. So it's like she can only hate on you for so long, and she can't do anything to you. She can't even talk shit about you. She does. She tries. She can try, but it doesn't actually stick. It doesn't actually hurt. It doesn't actually hit you. It doesn't actually attack you. Anything fully, like, anything to be scared of, she can't do to you. Because the person that is scary in her group is the guy that's your friend. Okay, he's in love with you. He loves you. He likes you. He cares about you. Like I said, he fantasizes on you even. He wants to be with you. All right, but he's just your friend. You guys are just friends. It's very platonic. You guys haven't really even flirted or nothing like that. Maybe like something, but like I feel like y'all haven't never really gone there type of vibe. At least since any of this bullshit's been going down, y'all have not. And I feel like that this woman imagines you have. This woman thinks you guys are like in some type of relationship behind their back because you know things that you shouldn't. He surely is telling you them. He's saying things that you'll say, so surely you guys are talking. And I'm not. It's the telepathic. It's the telepathy. And basically, all it's doing is proving the existence of your all's telepathy more and more because of how. What's the word? When you're paranoid. How paranoid this woman is. She thinks you guys are definitely talking because of how telepathically strong your connection is. Y'all don't even need to talk. And that's just literally making her more jealous, making her hate him more. You know what I mean? So it's like, what can you do about this? I feel like there's nothing you can do. This bitch doesn't bother you. You don't even really know she exists. I probably tuned you into something that happened a while ago, and you're probably like, what? Still? Yes. But you can expect that forever. Okay? But either way, she's nothing to be feared, so it doesn't really matter. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.